You've seen it before, but you probably didn't realize it. That slight glance from across the room. The way she twirls her hair when she laughs just a little too loudly near you. Or when she suddenly appears wherever you are, like it's all a coincidence. You probably thought, she's just being friendly. But here's the brutal truth. Those aren't random. She's testing you, trying to pull your attention, without saying a single word. And here's the kicker. Most guys miss it completely. But after today, you won't. Because once you see these signs, you'll never unsee them again. Ever wondered what you've been blind to? Comment the last time. You thought a girl was just being nice. And now you're not so sure. And stick around till the end, because the last sign flips everything you think you know about attraction. You walk into the room. It's loud, bright, alive with energy. Music's playing. Conversations are happening around you. But then, something changes. It's almost imperceptible. A slight shift. And that's when you feel it. Eyes. She's across the room. She looks at you, just for a second. Maybe two. Then, gone. Her gaze drops. Maybe she starts talking. To a friend. Maybe she looks at her phone like she's suddenly deeply fascinated by nothing. You probably thought, she wasn't looking at me. Or maybe you noticed it, that glance, that flash. And then your brain jumped in with doubt. She looked away. She's not interested. But here's the truth. That look was deliberate. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't random. That was the game starting. And you didn't even realize it. See, most women won't hold eye contact long. Not at first. Because it's not about how long she looks. It's about when she looks, and how quickly she looks away. She's scanning for presence, for power, for confidence. That quick glance, followed by a retreat, is her way of saying, I see you. Are you man enough to see me back? She doesn't want to be obvious. She's not going to walk up and say, hey, I like your face. No, that would make it too easy. Instead, she gives you a signal so small, so subtle, that only the men who are truly present ever catch it. And here's where the ego takes a hit. Because if you missed it, it's not your fault, it's not. That you're not attractive enough. Is that you've been taught to wait for overt signs, when the real signals are whispered, not shouted. Let me paint the scene for you. You're at a party. She's across the kitchen, laughing, talking. You're pouring a drink, eyes drifting. Suddenly, you lock eyes for a second. She flinches, just a little. Looks down. Smiles. That's not disinterest. That's her feeling exposed, nervous, vulnerable. It's her wondering, did he feel that too? Now here's what separates you from 95% of guys. What you do next. Most guys, they'll look away. Pretend it didn't happen. They'll go right back into their drink or their phone and act like that flash of electricity didn't just pass between them. But not you. You're going to smile. Just slightly. Let your presence radiate without trying too hard. And then, you'll keep your gaze calmly available. Not aggressive. Just there. Just open. And when she looks back again, and she will, that's when everything changes. That's when the real conversation starts. Without a single word being spoken. It's funny how we notice everything, except the things that matter most. You've probably been in this situation before. Sitting at a cafe, scrolling your phone, minding your business. And then, she's there. Sitting just a table away, alone, casual, like she just happened to pick that exact spot out of the entire place. You glance around, plenty of empty seats. She could have sat anywhere, but she's here. Close enough that her perfume drifts over every time she shifts in her chair. Close enough that if either of you reached out, you could almost touch. But you tell yourself it's nothing. She probably just likes this spot. Coincidence. Don't overthink it. And you'd be wrong. Because here's the truth. Women are masters of proximity. It's one of the oldest, most instinctive ways they signal interest. They won't always say it outright. They might not even consciously realize it themselves. But something inside them pulls them closer to the men they feel drawn to. Not too close. Just close enough to spark curiosity. She's placing herself inside your awareness bubble, while giving herself plausible deniability. If anyone asked her why she sat there, she could easily shrug it off. Oh, I just like this spot. Or it's quiet over here. But you and I both know that's not the full story. She wants to be near you, to feel your presence, to be noticed, even if only on a subtle subconscious level. Now here's the kicker. Most guys never catch this. They're too distracted, too focused on their phones, their friends, or waiting for some grand, obvious gesture. But not you. You're different now. You'll start seeing these moments with new eyes. You'll notice when she gravitates toward your orbit. At the gym, she's suddenly stretching near your bench. At a party, she's standing right by your group, laughing a bit too loudly at jokes she wasn't even part of. She's inside your radar now. And the best part? You don't need to chase her. You've already won half the battle. She's approached you in her own subtle way. Next time this happens, lean back, relax. Don't immediately engage. Just observe. Watch if she closes the distance even more. Because when you pull back slightly and she leans in to fill the space, that's not an accident. That's attraction in motion, and you're the kind of guy who can see it now. There's something about laughter. It's contagious, magnetic, impossible to fake. But it's also one of the most underestimated signals of attraction, and most guys never see it coming. You're sitting with a group of friends. Maybe it's a party. Maybe it's just a casual night out. You're talking, telling a story, throwing out jokes without thinking twice. And suddenly, you hear it, her laugh. But it's not just any laugh. It's louder, warmer, a little more exaggerated than it should be for something as simple as what you said. You brush it off. She's just being friendly. Maybe she's just in a good mood. But here's the truth you've been missing. She's laughing for you. Her laughter is a spotlight, turning toward you, amplifying your presence inside her world. Women instinctively use laughter to draw men in. It's not always a conscious move, but when she's into you, she finds ways to broadcast it, and laughter is her favorite weapon. Think about it. In a crowded room, you're drawn to the sound of someone laughing at your jokes. It feels good. It's validating. It pulls your attention right toward her. And that's exactly what she wants. Her body knows it before her mind does. She's creating a feedback loop between your energy and hers. You speak, she laughs. You smile, she lights up. Suddenly, you're locked in this unspoken dance, spiraling deeper. Did you even notice how her energy shifts only when you speak? It's not random. It's intentional, whether she realizes it or not. And here's the most dangerous part. Most guys downplay this. They ignore it. They think, oh, she's just bubbly. Or worse, they don't even hear it because they're too busy chasing louder, more obvious signals. But not you. You're the guy who pays attention now. You'll spot it. You'll feel it. And you'll use it. Next time you catch her laughing, just a little too hard at your words, test her. Pause mid-sentence. Let the air hang for a beat. Look at her directly, calmly. Watch what happens. Does she lean forward, waiting for you to continue? Does she smile, eyes locked on yours, hanging on your next word? That's no accident. That's her subconscious begging for more. And you'll be the man who knows exactly what to do with that kind of power. It always starts small. You walk into the room. She's there, seemingly unbothered, scrolling through her phone, sipping her drink. But the moment she notices your presence, there's a change. She tucks her hair behind her ear, slowly. She adjusts her necklace, letting her fingers trail across her collarbone just a little longer than necessary. Her posture straightens, subtly lifting her chest, almost like she's being pulled upright by some invisible thread. You think she's just fixing herself, that it's coincidence. But here's the truth most men never realize. She's preening. Instinctively, unconsciously. For you, it's primal, animalistic, even in the wild. Animals fluff their feathers, smooth their fur, or stretch their bodies to appear more attractive to potential mates. Humans? We're no different. She's adjusting her appearance not because she's vain, but because on some deep subconscious level, she wants to be noticed. She wants you to see her at her best. And here's the thing, it's never obvious. It's subtle, deliberate, hidden beneath the surface of polite behavior. She might tilt her chin slightly when she sees you looking. She cross her legs, letting her shoe dangle in that playful, almost teasing way. Or maybe she suddenly becomes fascinated with adjusting her bracelets, drawing attention to her wrists and hands. And if you're not watching closely, you'll miss it. But now, you won't. Because here's what sets you apart. You understand that attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's whispered through body language. Next time you see her fidgeting with her jewelry, playing with her hair, or straightening her clothes after you walk in, don't look away. Don't get nervous. Don't overthink it. Just watch. Let it register. And then, here's where you flip the script. Mirror her. Subtly. If she adjusts her necklace, slowly adjust your watch or run your hand along your jawline. If she straightens her posture, lean back slightly, but keep your frame open and confident. This creates an unspoken connection, a shared rhythm. Suddenly, you're both speaking the same silent language, and neither of you has to say a word. And the best part? Most guys overlook this signal entirely. They miss the invitation. They fumble the moment. But not you. You're the kind of man who notices. The kind who watches, waits, and acts with calm certainty. And that makes you different. It's late. You're lying in bed, scrolling through your phone like you always do. Notifications, memes, random posts. Until suddenly, you see it. A notification that makes your heart skip. She just liked one of your photos, but not just any photo. An old one. One buried deep in your feed from months ago. A post you'd almost forgotten about. And instantly, your brain starts racing. Was that a mistake? Was she just scrolling and accidentally tapped it? Is she stalking my profile right now? You try to play it cool. You tell yourself it's probably nothing, that you're reading too much into it. But deep down, you know, that wasn't an accident. It was intentional. Because women leave digital breadcrumbs, little hints, subtle nudges. They won't always slide into your DMs with some bold message, but they'll let you know they're watching. If you're paying attention, that old post that's not just a click. It's a flare sent up from across the digital universe. She's saying, hey, I've been thinking about you. I've been looking. And it's not just the likes either. Maybe she suddenly views your story first one in the list every time. Maybe she replies to something trivial in your story with a laughing emoji or a playful comment. Maybe she leaves a subtle comment that feels innocent on the surface, but you can sense the undertone. It's modern, courtship in its most quiet form. But here's where most guys screw it up. They jump in too fast. They panic. They see that old post and immediately fire off a message. Big mistake. Because the truth is, she's not just reaching out. She's testing. Testing to see if you'll pick up on it. Testing to see if you'll overreact. Or if you'll play it cool. And here's your move. Don't respond immediately. Let it sit. Instead, post something confidently. A story, a post, something that shows you're thriving, living, unspothered. Watch what happens next. Suddenly, she's liking your stories, commenting more often, or engaging with your posts in rapid fire. Because now, you're the guy who isn't desperate for her attention, but fully aware of it. That's power. And remember this, most men miss these digital hints entirely. They think attraction is just physical, just in person. But not you. You understand that in today's world, attraction leaves a digital footprint. And now, you know exactly how to follow it. It's always something small. She can't quite reach the top shelf. Her computer's acting weird. She's confused about something you happen to know a lot about. And suddenly there she is, asking for your help. You think it's nothing, that she's just being polite. Or maybe you roll your eyes, thinking she could easily figure this out herself. But here's the truth you've been missing. She's not asking for help because she needs it. She's asking because she wants to invite you in. Women are far more strategic than they let on. They know that sometimes the easiest way to connect with a man is to let him feel needed. It's subtle, deliberate, designed to create a moment. Because here's what happens the moment you lean in to help. The space between you disappears. You're closer, engaged, sharing focus on the same task, and beyond that, she's watching how you react. Will you get annoyed? Will you treat it like a chore? Or will you lean in, smile, and handle it with calm, easy confidence? Let me tell you a story. You're at a bookstore. She's browsing near you, clearly struggling to reach a book on the top shelf. Her fingers just barely graze the spine, but she can't quite get it. You glance over. She glances back, half a smile, a playful little eye roll at herself. Could you help me with this? Simple words. Innocent on the surface. But it's not. About the book. It's about you. About whether you'll notice. Whether you'll rise to the occasion. Because in that tiny moment, she's not just asking for assistance. She's inviting you to step into your role as the man she can rely on. And here's the best part. When you do it right, everything shifts. You reach up, grab the book with ease, and hand it to her with a playful smirk. Careful. You might start owing me favors. Boom. That's how the door opens. You're not just the guy who helped her. You're the guy who handled it with playful charm and unshakable presence. Most guys, they miss this completely. They either ignore it or treat it like an annoying errand, but not you, because you understand this isn't about the task. It's about the opportunity. And next time she asks you for help, whether it's with her phone, her car, or even something as simple as reaching a shelf, you'll know exactly what's happening beneath the surface. You'll step in, confident and calm, knowing you've been handed a golden invitation. And you'll answer it with a smile. It starts off small. So small, you wouldn't even notice it at first. You're sitting at a table, casually chatting with friends. You lean back, resting your arm along the chair. And without thinking about it, she does the same a few minutes later. You cross your legs. A beat later, she shifts and crosses hers in the exact same direction. Coincidence? No. It's called mirroring. And it's one of the most powerful primal signals of deep attraction. Here's what's happening. Beneath the surface, her nervous system is syncing with yours. Her body, without consciously realizing it, starts to mimic your movements, your pace, even your tone. Because when a woman feels drawn to you, truly, instinctively drawn, her subconscious tries to align with yours. It's a built-in, hardwired mechanism to create connection. And it's one of the clearest, most undeniable signs that she's fully locked in. Let me paint the scene. You're on a date. Low lighting, soft music, that warm buzz of anticipation. In the air, you're telling a story, and as you lean forward, she does too. Her eyes are locked on yours, hanging on every word. You pause, take a sip of your drink, And almost like clockwork, she does the exact same thing. Moments later, you lean back, resting your hand near your jaw. Soon enough, she's subtly doing the same dot. It's not conscious. It's chemistry. It's her body saying, I feel safe with you. I want to match you. I want to be close. And here's the magic. You can amplify it. Most men miss this entirely. They don't notice the signs. They don't understand what's unfolding right in front of them. But you're different. Next time you spot this mirroring, slow down. Shift your energy slightly. Speak a little more slowly. Drop your tone just a bit. Watch what happens. Her energy will follow. She soften. Lean in closer. Match your pace. That's when you know you've completely captured her attention. Few men ever catch this moment. Fewer still know what to do with it, but you'll own it. Because now you're the kind of man who recognizes the dance of subconscious attraction. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. Let's rewind. Because after everything you've just learned, you're not the same guy who clicked on this video. You now know the signs most men will spend their entire lives missing. She glances and looks away too fast. She's testing your gaze, waiting to see if you'll notice the spark. She keeps showing up nearby, again and again. That's not coincidence. That's proximity play, and you're the target. Her laugh grows louder, warmer, just around you. She's inviting you into her world without saying a word. She fidgets, adjusts her necklace, flips her hair as you walk by. That's preening. She's presenting herself for you. And online, that random old post wasn't random at all. It was her digital breadcrumb trail. Then there are the help me triggers, those innocent requests that pull you into her orbit. And finally, the mirror effect. When her body reflects yours, it's done. She's sensed. She's in. Rewatch this anytime you catch yourself wondering, was she into me? Chances are she already was.